we streaming? Yeah, we're live. You got signal? Okay. Alrighty. Chat is up. Hello. Good evening. We have oysters today with beef. We're mercury maxing, pineapple, butter, and beef, a little honey, and some olive oil. So yeah, it's pretty tasty. Sort of a classic. No gaming tonight. People don't seem to like that. So we will not be gaming. We're just here to chill for a little bit. Not too much. Microwave Capri Sun. How was your Christmas? Merry Christmas. We're just chilling tonight. Eating and chilling. Chatting. Had some family time yesterday and Wednesday, and had a nice fire because it was pretty warm out. And yeah, it's pretty nice. Oh wow, did I just get a... Oh no, that was... Pretty lit, very warm. Hung out with a friend who's going to be at my new school. That sounds dope. Those times of friendship in high school. Those are fun. Yep. The good old days. The good old days. I remember the good old days. Where's a good stock picture of olive oil? Yeah, that should be fine. Excuse me. No, there's no gameplay. No gameplay tonight. We're not playing games. Maybe you missed the part where I said I'm not doing games. I guess it just hasn't been, people just were not digging it, I guess. So I'm not going to do it. I don't even know if I'm going to play too much or even stream too much tonight. Yeah. I'm just eating right now and working on a thumbnail for the next video. so we're doing detoxifying foods for the next vid. So I'm getting a few images together, gonna Photoshop them, and yeah, and then I got my eye picks all ready to go for the iridology video. And those are the two big videos. I'm probably going to be working at one video a week. I'm getting like 40 hours of watch time a day. I don't do anything. That's pretty good. Hello, new viewer. Greetings. We're just eating. Got some oysters, some beef, butter, pineapple, a little milk as well. Wash it all down at the end there. Honey. So, yeah, we're just having a cozy little meal. Cozy little post-Christmas stream. What do you think of the gameplay? Were you into the gameplay? The Civ, the Overwatch? I suppose I have Resident Evil 7. I could play that. I have Resident Evil Village. The problem for me is that Resident Evil 7 is too scary. It's too stressful. Even though I've already played it, it's not something I really want to relive. If you've ever played it, you know what I'm talking about. It's a very stressful game. Okay. No thoughts on the gameplay? Okay. Okay. I get it. No, yeah, I wasn't trying to play games because I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Of course, it's probably a pretty slow night, so I mean, we'll see. People are probably out visiting with friends and family, and I've had 2 days of family stuff. Even lunch today, so almost 2.5 days, so I'm kind of familyed out. And yeah, just figured I'd stream. What the heck? 8:30, yeah, do a little streaming, and then I'm watching the Gundam series Iron-Blooded Orphans. It's pretty good for a Gundam series. So I gotta wake up. Getting some liver tomorrow. So the liver with the oysters. Someone pointed out to me it was a very good thing. So, which I've kind of like thought about it. But someone had good success with it, so I'm more inclined to try it, you know. How would you go about keeping the lymph bath at a constant? Merry Christmas, Bill. It was fine. To keep the bath, and see, I don't keep the bath at a consistent temperature per se. I keep it within that range. So, and more importantly, it's about keeping your body in a certain range, because that's really the goal, isn't it? So what I do is I get in the bath at 110, 109, sometimes 111, okay? So instantly the heat transfer from the tub to your body, it takes the bath down to 108, 107 within like 20 minutes. But it gets you hotter faster, okay? And then by the time the bath gets to 104, which is below 105, your body temperature should be 101, 101 and a half. It should be that. And then as long as the tub is above that temperature, your body is going to remain that temperature, right? So if your body temperature is 101.5 and the bath is 103, 104, 102, it's not going to cool you off, right? So you maintain that. And then when the tub gets to 103, 102-ish, I fill the tub up with hot water again. Not all the way, but just enough to get it back to 108, 109, maybe 110. And then that is when the lymphatic bath starts. So you could look at it in like two phases. The first phase is just to get the body hot for the first 50 minutes. And then the second phase, when you add heat back to the tub, that is going to start chipping away at everything, and that's when it gets tough. That's when it gets really hot. So that's what I do. I don't try to mess with the faucet and do it so it stays at one single temperature. I just worry about the range, and I check my body temperature. Yeah, my Christmas was fine. How about you, Bill? Yeah, you should listen to the cravings. The raw milk is a really good source of minerals. I'm so glad you had a fun Christmas. 99% of my family members are regarded. Well, sorry to hear that, Bill. With families, yeah, they can be difficult, I certainly... Yeah, I get it. I'm JK about everything. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad you had a good Christmas. Let me check something. I need to do some math. Yes, I saw Clavicula did that. Yeah. The yeah, the pagan stuff is not really relevant. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, it's crazy people, crazy streamers. What are you gonna do, man? If you missed it, as some of you probably did, we've got some beef tonight for dinner with oysters, pineapple, butter, some hot honey. So a nice little tasty feast. What else did I eat today? I almost had a lube formula, but I didn't because I had one yesterday. It was like 3 cups. And what did I eat today? I ate a lot of cheese. And then I had dates, cheese, and butter. And, you know, eggs. Kind of light, kept it kind of light today. Probably have a milkshake. Maybe, depending on how fast I eat this. I don't like to do the milkshakes too late. I don't want to stay up. I've been staying up too late. Well, not really, but you know, my circadian rhythm's all out of whack, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I saw someone selling a course on circadian rhythm, fixing your circadian rhythm. I thought about it for like 3 seconds. And then you think, yeah, that's the stupidest damn thing in the world. Literally just get out of bed when the sun rises. That's all you have to do. You just have to wake up early. You just have to wake up early and not lay in bed all morning. You wake up early and then you're tired when you go to bed. You're tired when it gets dark and then you go to bed. And you don't play any video games. You don't get on your phone. It's so stupid. It's like, why would you pay that much money? Why would you pay a ton of money just to have some person tell you to wake up early and not lay in bed all day so you can go to bed at night and do that? And that's how you fix your circadian rhythm. You keep doing that until you have a decent bedtime and you wake up. This is literally all you need to do. What the heck? Circadian rhythm? Because I'm Charlie Kirky, that's why. I am Charlie Kirk, that's why. I'm Kirky with it. 2 viewers? Wow, thanks guys. 1 like? Wow, thanks guys. 13 views? Amazing. It's fantastic. We're off to a good start. I found out that I was sleeping in a 100% polyester blanket. That's brutal, bro. I'm sure your bedding, your sheets and your liners are polyester too. What you need to do, if you have a normie mattress, you get one of those quality mattress covers, liners, the allergen ones. You put that on your mattress so it eliminates most of the crap coming out of your mattress. And then you get a cotton sheet, a fitted cotton sheet. You put that over that. If you wanted to do one even better, you could put another cotton sheet on there or buy a cheap blanket or sheet and lay that on top of it. So you have a nice protection. And then just buy some, go to the thrift store in rural areas and buy natural fiber blankets. That's what I do. That's the only place you're going to find them. Why was that so funny? Because it is. I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. Just remember that. If I'm laughing at you, I'll let you know. My aunt hugged me, and then I had a fragrance all in my hair, and I had to take a shower. That's disgusting. Yeah, I don't get how people can walk around smelling like that, and then they're like, why do I have lung cancer? It's like, well, do the math, buddy. Squatting in the shower while eating raw meat and seething. Yes, it's very natural. That's what you do in nature. Just like your ancestors. Yeah. Yeah, what a crazy thing to wear fragrances. I can't. It's insane. I can't imagine. Got a new video coming out about the most detoxifying foods. I'm yawning too much in it, but I don't care. It's like I said, I've been staying up too late with the holidays and everything, so I'm a little lagged, little, yeah. So we'll see. It's decent. It's good. It's pretty in depth. I mean, it's something. Again, it's something else no one else has ever done. So again, me. It's something you're gonna see on my channel, and then you're gonna see it everywhere else in like a couple months. What's up, Goldie? Literally, I can't get away from them. Just buy a respirator and wear a respirator around them and say, yeah, I got real tired of smelling your cancerous fumes. And then like have a bunch of studies printed out about fragrances and phthalates and formaldehyde and detergents and stuff, and be like, yeah, I'm just a little concerned here, you should read this. And that's what I would do. But that's me. We all need to wear respirators, blue light glasses, and spectrum lights on our shoulders. Yeah, we do. That's actually the official uniform of the prison guards. Well, we don't call them prison guards. The asylum attendants in the Primal asylum. They wear those because the residents of the Primal asylum, they're very acidic people, okay? They're very acidic people. They give off a lot of acidic gases. Recent forensic evidence shows that when Gotis allegedly conspired to carry out the acid attack on his ex and mother of his son, he called for blood donations from his fans from the Gotis cells, because their blood is known to be one of the most acidic and caustic substances out there. So it would also create problems in forensic and police investigations, because it would just be blood. It wouldn't be, like battery acid or whatever they use, in London, where that kind of stuff goes on now. But that's why our attendees in the asylum wear respirators to protect themselves from those noxious fumes. And they wear the blue light glasses to keep out the incandescent lighting that we have around for regulation and safety purposes. The red spectrum lights on their shoulders are part of the uniform, so other attendees can see each other. The red lights also help to produce a calming effect on the Gotis cells, because they imitate blood. They imitate bathing in blood. This calms the Gotis cell. It feeds them. It feeds their nervous system and their psychology in such that it reminds them of being in the womb as a baby. So those are the reasons for the attendees' uniforms. Respirator at the dinner table. Yeah. I remember when Bill was low-key a hater, but now he's chill. Bill was never a hater. Bill was never low-key a hater. He just was suspicious. I don't even know how he found this page or this channel, but he was just suspicious of things. And then he found out, he said, oh, this is one of the most real places on the internet. And yeah, that's kind of true. He's def gonna AI those uniforms. I bet you will. Is this on backwards? No, okay, we're straight. We're Gucci, as the kids say. Do I want to use the glove or the towel? I don't know where the towel is. We're gonna use the glove. Oh, the towel's out of reach momentarily, so we're gonna use that. It was Walker that made me join the convo. Oh, yeah. Good old Walker. Hope he's doing okay. Poor kid. Real question, though. My parents even brought up, why does detoxing take so long? How bad can it really even be? Well, you'll find out someday. You know, it's not something that happens all the time. Well, okay, so let's say it this way. People on regular food diets and who have noxious pollution in their environment are going to be detoxing more than someone who doesn't have those things and someone who's eating a good diet, because the body will be able to handle it better, number one. Number two, they're going to have enough raw fats to mingle with those poisons so they won't settle in the body and they can be safely excreted from the body. A detox just entirely depends on how much pollution you have inside of you and how efficiently your body can get it out, I would say. So usually I'm out for a week with severe ones. Like really severe, I'm out for like a week, a good 5-7 days. For 3 to 4 days, I'm basically incapacitated. I can basically move around enough to make my foods. And then I'm on the couch the rest of the time, the bed, the bath. After about day 3, day 4, I'm a little better. And then day 5 and 6, I'm like almost better. Like I'm like 60%, and then day 7 I'll be like 80%. And then after that, it's, you know, once I'm at like 80% functionality, I'm good, like, to do anything. But I should be adding fat to my juice or just have some fat point after that? Yeah, always cream with the juice. Tablespoon of cream, 2 teaspoons of cream, teaspoon of cream. I think it's like a tablespoon for a quart or something like that. No, it's more than that. It's got to be like, is it a tablespoon a cup? That's a little too much. 2 teaspoons, 8 teaspoons. I'd say it's about 8 teaspoons for a quart. So 2 teaspoons of cream per cup is probably, I think, close to that. It was even funnier when you didn't know I was clipping and making the PA. Yeah, that's really funny, actually. That's probably the funniest stuff, because it's when you don't even know, when you're not even thinking about it, it's just natural. So if you put on a lot of weight and had mold or something to be detoxing every single second, how long would it take to get everything out? Would it be possible? Likely not possible for all of us who have been through the medical system in modernity. Yeah. So don't worry about it. Everything's not going to get out, but a good bit of it is. And you just keep eating the healthy foods for the rest of your life, and you'll be all right. I did not eat any cooked food yesterday. When did I eat cooked food? I had some rice, some sushi on the 2 streams, Monday and Tuesday. I had some sushi. That was it. That was the last cooked food I ate. Before that, it was the baked potato. And before that, it was sushi. So, yeah, I'll have some sushi like once a month, once every other month. It's when it's 50% off. I mean, that's a pretty good deal. I put way too much cream in my juice then. Yeah, you probably do. Yeah, that's way too much. I think it's like 2.5 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons, or something that's like a tablespoon. So that's like twice the amount of cream. Just as long as you're sipping it, it might not be a big deal, but I feel like that's too much. Augenus, he went through the math about how much to put in a gallon and how much you put into smaller increments to make that gallon. I forget. The number 30-ish sounds right. 32, 36 per gallon sounds right to me, if I recall correctly. You're saying all toxins won't get out. Then why does eye color change to either colors? Well, it's true. It's not going to happen for everybody. Just because your eye color changes doesn't mean all the toxins are getting out. But enough of them are that you are changing your body. You understand? I mean, the other thing too is our environments are constantly bombarded with pollution, especially in houses, in modern housing. You know, carpets, caulking, bonding, paint, formaldehyde, plastics, tap water, finishes on floors, cabinets, doors, insulation. Pretty much everything used to build a house is poisoning you. So it's off-gassing, it's shedding, it's breaking down, it's getting into the air, and it's going into your body. Car exhaust outside, the very fancy clouds the government makes, you know, all that stuff you're exposed to. It's going into your body. You can deal with it, and some of it's going to get in there, some of it's not going to get out. But if you do the diet, a lot of it can get out, but not all of it. I think the idea you're going to get everything out is silly. Focusing on detox is silly. We need meat and fat to build new cells, protect us. Do you see it this way? Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what we're all about. BTT. It's kind of what we're all about here. Honestly surprised you have to pose that as a question. You should know better. 4 viewers, 2 likes. Wow, that's great, guys. Thank you. Well, this one says 5 viewers, though. Oh, well. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. I suspected a lot of people might be busy because it's holidays times. So, it is what it is. You know, just a little casual stream. I'm doing laundry. And I'm making a thumbnail. So I'm working. Actually, let me, maybe we will do a little window capture action here and show you the magic of Photoshop. Give you something to do. Add another dimension, a little behind the scenes action. Yeah, I need to eat more. I need to eat this. I need to eat this. Yeah, we're gonna open that, I guess, and then frickin' just delete everything. Window capture. Yeah. And studio mode. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Yeah, I fucking hate this. Okay, delete it. Delete it. Delete it. Alright, we'll just leave that there. It doesn't really matter. File. Open. Ammo. We need some ammo. Why didn't I? My freaking God, dude. Why didn't you do that? Oh, this freaking idiot. Oh yeah, I need to. Yeah, we're gonna open some more. Yeah, that's good one. Today, my dad said his eyes look like a brown blue, and I've never heard that before, but who knows? A brown blue, wow. Yeah, my eyes will be blue. They were brown, but they're going to be blue. You'll see when I upload the photos. It's actually pretty interesting. I'm sure you have a nice iPhone. You know, there's different lenses you can buy, and you can get a really good iris picture even with just an iPhone. So, get some pictures of your pops' irises. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, baby. Let's go. What the Sigma? What are you doing? Move the selection. Yeah, okay. There we go. I don't even know why it would be on the other friggin' thing. Doesn't even make friggin' sense. And what, now I can't move you? I can't move you? Oh, what the heck is with these controls? Just clean it up a little bit, you know? Just clean it up a little bit here. You know, and make it look nice. It's something to do, too, you know? It's something to do. I stole these pictures from Adam's website. I hope he doesn't get mad at me. But I kind of am doing some like marketing for him, so he should be chill. I was the first person to do a review of Healthfully Farm. I was actually the first person to order from Healthfully Farm. They're like, I got a call from Adam. He's like, hey, thanks for making the video. I was like, oh yeah, of course. He said, yeah, you were the first person to order. I was like, awesome. That was cool. And then they got a bunch of business after I ordered. They deserve it. So, yeah. You guys can see my editing skills. That was not what I wanted to do. Wait a minute. Where is it? Yeah, I copied it. Gosh darn it. And we need to delete this layer. Yeah, this... Shnikes. Okay. This works in layers, which is kind of weird. Yeah. Okay. It's not like, I don't know. My knees sometimes hurt close to bedtime, then they stop and sleep. I've been pretty fatigued, sleep a lot. What could it mean? Sore knees could be indicative of leaky gut. Could also be indicative of bad posture, not enough fats. Yeah. If you're fatigued, you just need to sleep. You know, that's that simple. Healthfully Farm does go out of stock on things all the time. You just probably order right. This is a program called GIMP. It's like free Photoshop. It's pretty chill. I didn't like it at first, but I've gotten good with it, so I'm liking that now. Daddy likey. Okay, that was weird. Sorry. Yeah. It's a cool little pineapple, isn't it? And we're actually going to get rid of this layer. And we'll make a new text layer later when I'm ready to. When I'm ready. Thankfully, the background kind of blends in. So we don't really have, you know, too much of that going on. Not really too noticeable. But I can notice it here. Yeah. Make a nice professional Photoshop image. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Uh-huh. Will plasmoids ever repent for their sins? I don't know. I don't really care what they do. You should let me make a thumbnail for you, or at least give the idea. I don't want to do the work. Okay. Yeah. Go for it. I mean, they're all related to video topics. They're all related to video topics that are in process. I'm not going to make thumbnails for things that, you know, I'm not, gosh darn it. I'm not going to make thumbnails for things that are already done. You know what I'm saying? Is it? No, it's Shift D. There we go. Transform. There we go. Da, da, da. Oh, shoot. What are you doing? No, you need to be small. You need to be teeny tiny. Okay. Okay, readjust. No, I don't wanna. I just want you to stay like that. Can you stay like that? Yeah, there we go. Brilliant. It's brilliant. And we'll just bring you over to, and we will use Mr. Eraser on you. Actually, okay, well, okay, you can't do that because it's stupid. Okay. I'm doing all this with the trackpad, you guys, so that's pretty cool, isn't it? Why, I'm the man, and then I'll AI you with glasses, respirator, strobe lights. Okay. Let's get the berries front and center, full view. A good shot of that mole. Yeah, I'm gonna play with this here. I just gotta I gotta trim down some of this stuff. You know, actually, we're gonna make this bigger. There we go. A little bigger. Brush this away. Cut into the cheese there a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, this cheese is really good. Adam's a great guy, so really lucky to have his support, sponsorship for the conference, and even just for him to just do this. You know, it's a lot of work, and it's very thankless work, honestly. I wouldn't do it. Of course, I do this, so I get it. You know. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting the nitty gritty. Yeah, I like this program a lot. It's fun. I really like erasing things. It's like power washing. I don't know if you've ever done any power washing before, but something very therapeutic and meditative about power washing the water and just everything gets cleaned. It's fun. There we go. There we go. Coconuts. vinegar. You want the... Okay, I'll switch. You want the berries bigger. We'll make them a little bigger, but they're not really the focus of the show here. They're kind of like incidental. But that's pretty good. And actually, I want to bring the cheese. Oh, the cheese is in front of the berries. Well, we don't want to be in front of the berries. We want it to be here. Yeah. I'm an editing whiz, really. Thank you. I'd use a remove background tool for that cheese. How can I do that? Crop tool? Foreground select, maybe. Yeah, I'll remember that for next time. A little too late. Cheese is already done. So, what's done is done. Discard changes. Discard changes. I can't believe... No, I guess I can believe. But it's okay. Bold. This is actually kind of a clickbaity title, but that's okay. No, I want to move. There we go. There we go. Just type it in on Google, photo room. Does Adam look like a hippie with long hair? I have no idea. I've never met Adam. I may have seen a picture of him before, somehow. Maybe if someone's picture's there, but I don't remember what he looks like at all. So I got no idea. Okay, we need to turn our caps lock on. And export this baby to pictures, thumbnails. Alrighty. Well, how long did that take? How long did that take? 15 minutes? 16 minutes? Something like that. The glasses are orange tinted. They're blue light blockers. They're not really like seeing glasses. Okay, now I need to eat. I'm not even that hungry. I don't know why, but I need to eat still. Maybe I need some more vegetable juice. I haven't had vegetable juice in like 2 months. No, that's a lie. It's been like a month and a half. Still kind of long though. With that slurp. What are the biggest reasons for being on primal diet and not just giving up? Because I'm in too deep. That's probably like the biggest reason. I'm in too deep. When I would eat regular food at holidays like 3-4 years ago, it just was like terrible, painful almost. And yeah, not worth it. Well, I'm in airplane mode. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was really hoping the new One Piece would come out. Okay. Why no juice? Because you're doing Diet Dr. Kelp instead. I actually haven't been doing the the Diet Dr. Kelp either. I just haven't really had a mind to do it. Oh, well, I've been eating a lot of grapefruit, but not recently. I bought some pineapple instead of grapefruit. So I've been eating a little more pineapple with my meat. I ran out of honeycomb, which I was eating the cream and the grapefruit and the honeycomb, and that was really just so good. And now I don't have any honeycomb, so I need to go buy more. I need to go check the farmer's market, the winter market, and see what they got. So I'll be doing that, I think, Tuesday. Maybe I'll get some honeycomb. We'll see. I don't know. Did I take my wallet out before I... Yeah, I think I did. Okay. Yeah, so... Do you want to see the comment that started the PA? You can screenshot it and analyze it. Okay. Yeah, send it to me on Instagram. Why no juice? Yeah, because Mr. Beach watched one episode of One Piece and then changed it to his Twitter avatar, so everyone is giving him S for it. Really? Let me see. I'm someone who read One Piece when it came out because I'm old. It was in the weekly Shonen Jump in America. This would have been like the year 2003, 2004, 2000. No, was it earlier than that? It had to have been earlier than that, because that was Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know. I've got it over there on my bookshelf still. Oh, yeah. And that's the Luffy pick from Wano. Yeah, it's funny. He took the picture from Wano, the Luffy picture from Wano, and he's not even at the Wano arc yet. That's a post-time skip Luffy picture. That's pretty cringe. Yeah, mrbeast he's funded by the Rothschilds, you know, by Knight Media. So, yeah, I should do some diet Dr. Kelp. Yeah, I'll probably get some more grapefruit though. But maybe I'll do some kelp juice. I could use that, honestly. I've been eating the nori, so, you know, I've been getting the iodine that way. But the kelp juice is really more as an iodine supplement. It does kind of provide some alkalinity, but it's not as good as juice. It's not as concentrated. You've inspired me, though. I'll get back on that. I'm honestly, I mean, I've been on the diet a long time, but I'm not as disciplined as I should be, you know. Not that I don't, you know, cheat on the diet. I'm not eating, you know, Reese's Puffs and frickin' Popeyes sandwiches and I don't know, what else do people eat that's cooked? Hot dogs and sausages, you know. I'm not eating that stuff, but I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna like eat, you know, dates, cheese, eggs, and butter for breakfast and lunch. And then, you know, I'm just going to have a big dinner and then I'll have a milkshake. So I'm not like, I'm not eating, and I don't have vegetable juice every day. But I've been pretty transparent about all this. It's not a shock, but I just, you know, it's like I should do things and I don't just because I'm lazy, you know. Kaisenat made a good Naruto tweet December 23rd, right before that as well. Kaisenat, a good Naruto tweet. What does that mean? Oh, Naruto, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Death Note. You're talking about Death Note too. It's crazy, man. When I was a kid, everybody just used to make fun of you if you liked anime or read manga. Everybody made fun of you, and you were a big loser for it. But now it's like totally mainstream. I mean, that's the thing. These kids, they never had to struggle. They never had to struggle. They don't appreciate. They don't appreciate what we fought for, what we sacrificed for. They don't appreciate it because now it's all cool. It's like, oh, you like One Piece. You like, I don't know, whatever mainstream. I don't even really watch a lot of the mainstream. I mean, I watch the older mainstream, but the new stuff, you know, I don't know. But it's just like, it's like, yeah, okay, now it's cool. That's why I kind of believe in gatekeeping. Naruto gave him courage at 24. When you type it out, it's pretty funny. And you type that out, it's that's a pretty funny sentence to type out, honestly. You inspired me to try kelp juice, but I haven't done it yet. Well, you just need courage. Like, watch some Naruto. That'll give you some courage. Watching Naruto gave him courage. Kai Cenat watched Naruto at 24 and it gave him courage. That's too funny, man. How are we doing, by the way? 4 viewers. Wow, we have not... Have we budged over 6 viewers? Oh, we actually had a moment of 8, but they left. Yeah, the kelp, if you like tea, you'll like the kelp juice, the kelp tea. It's basically tea. It's not juice. I can't call it juice. But it's like tea. It tastes just like tea, like green tea, like a dark green tea. I like it. I'm you know, as someone, I used to be an avid tea drinker. Tea was my thing. I used to drink tea every day. And it reminds me of tea. I mean, you could do cold brew teas, but it's just, I don't really do well with caffeine. So I'd prefer to not have caffeine, which is what tea has in it. Kelp don't have that. Hyunji knows better. What's this, like some K-pop stan? Yeah, that's definitely like a K-pop fan. K-pop stan. Thanks, love you too. The recipe was just to add to the kelp and keep it in the fridge for up to 2 weeks, right? You could keep you could keep it in the fridge for longer, probably. I left that on the counter and it was starting to mold for like 2 weeks, and then it was starting to mold. So yeah, if you keep it in the fridge, you won't have that problem. Does Audrey have anything to say about bisexual? No, but I do, and it's to go to church and talk to Jesus. That's what I have to say. No, I'm pretty sure he mentioned, I don't know, he's probably had clients who were even, you know, full gay. I don't know. He didn't really care. Audrey was a polyamorous person. He was a hippy dippy sort of guy. So he, you know, I don't think he would have had anything to say about it. Just like, oh, well, if that's what makes you happy, and, you know, that's what he would probably say. So, yeah, I mean, this is sort of a diet stream, a health stream. It's not really like a relationship sort of thing, you know. So, yeah, that really confuses me. Well, I mean, you know, it kind of sounds like you're in that ballpark of confusion, so. He was going to prostitutes in Thailand. That's true. He was. Wow. Okay. I'm not going to repeat that. Personally, this polygamous thing really doesn't feel right, but it's human nature to cheat our people because they messed them up. What's your take on that? I don't really know, man. That stuff's complicated. I don't really even care. I mean, I think if you're going to be... You have to set the expectations for whatever relationship you're in. So, if you're going to do something behind someone's back, that's not good, obviously. People do have those sort of open arrangements, but I don't necessarily think they're good. But I don't really know. I'm not too... I don't have a lot of experience in romantic relationships, so I don't know. I personally wouldn't do it. I don't think it's right for me. It probably isn't right for other people. They're probably going to burn in hell if they do it. But I mean, if it makes them happy, I don't know. I don't really care. You know, what people do is what they do. I'm not gonna, you know, it's not my place to judge. That's what God is gonna do. Doesn't matter how I position my red light. Like, do I want it hitting my eyes directly to an extent? I just got one. What do you mean your red light? Is it a chicken lamp? Is it a heat lamp? Is it an incandescent bulb? You know, put it in a lamp, get a lampshade. Yeah, this is going to kind of hit your eyes. Mine is probably, what is this, 10 o'clock from where I'm sitting. It's elevated a little bit. I'm not looking directly at it. I'm not looking directly at it, and it's fine. Hmm. Um, 250 watt incandescent heat lamp. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna hit your eyes. Unless you hang it from above. If you can hang it from above, that'd probably be the best. you know, if you've got you can go to a hardware store and you can buy hooks with screws at the end, and you can screw those into the wall, into the ceiling, and you should be able to hook the clamp onto that and it'll hang there. That's what I would do. Mine's like in the corner of the room and I'm not really looking at it, so it is bright, I'm not going to lie, but I'm not looking directly at it. It's pointed away. It's not pointed towards me, it's pointed straight away from me. So, sent messages. Okay, let's see here. Man, I'm just not hungry. I don't know, maybe I won't eat that beef. I mean, I should eat some more, at least a half a cup so I can get the most out of the oysters. Okay. Okay. Alright. Jeez Louise. So you have it in a clamp lamp with the reflector. It's just let me see here. Oh, you can't even see it. So there's the reflector, right? You put the bulb in the reflector. The reflector sits around the lamp and the top is open. You can't cover the lamp because it's a heat lamp, it'll melt. So it's just the bulb and the lamp, the fixture, the reflector. That's all I have. And it's got the clamps. I've got it clamped onto a lamp, ironically, and it's beaming straight ahead to the side of me. It's not facing me. It's not facing me. It's all direct. It's pointed toward these eggs, like these cartons of eggs. It's pointed directly there, so it's not pointing at me. That's what I've got going on. That's my setup. Like I said, hang it above your head, because your eyes are always going to be looking this way. So hang it above your head so you're getting the light above you and not at you. I didn't even react. Yes, I did. I sent a laughing emoji, buddy. Look. I sent a smiling emoji. I didn't even react. There's a laughing emoji right there. See that? There's an emoji there, buddy. Whatever. Don't tell me whatever. I sent you a reaction. I acknowledged. I'm expecting. I'd like an apology, honestly, because now you're just slandering me here in my live stream, in my chat, and I don't appreciate that. You should be better, Bill. Do I have to take a screenshot and send it to you? I just showed you on the camera here. My goodness. He didn't want the rest of the stream to feel left out if he laughed at it. Oh, are you talking about like me actually reacting? That's a different story. See, That's another level. For me to have, oh, I was supposed to analyze the comment on the stream. Oh. I didn't know that's what you meant. I thought you meant, like, to just look at it. Okay, yeah, we can do that. We can do that. I can't read. You blurred out the comment, though. You blurred out a comment, though. So I'm missing 1/3 of the context of that chain. I don't know. Is that important or not? So, okay, so this guy, he says, old men will talk about how much manlier men used to be, acting like it's something you can just choose. The same men fed their sons grain sludge and so on. Wow, never thought of it like that before, but what you're saying is so true. All right. So, I followed this guy on TikTok a long time ago. His name is Todd Medina. He won UFC 5. And he was doing a talk. I was pretty surprised to hear this. But he was doing a video on diet and training. And he said, this guy, he was flat broke, right, training for this fight. All he ate was peanut butter sandwiches, man. And this dude got huge. I don't know if he was roiding or not, but he got huge. But all he ate was peanut butter sandwiches. Even if you were just doing roids and eating peanut butter sandwiches, and then you go to be a UFC champion, back in the day when it was really crazy, like, that's impressive. But he's like, yeah, like, you know, diet matters, but, you know, but this guy was eating peanut butter sandwiches. And maybe he was roiding out, I don't know, but that made me think, like, ugh, like, is that really an excuse? Really, at the end of the day, being manly is something that is, it's a spiritual thing. You have it in your spirit. I mean, for instance, okay, first of all, and it's not even all about what your father eats too, because for 9 months you eat what your mother eats. Okay, so for most of my term in the womb, my mother ate a steamed vegetable and plain baked chicken pretty much every night. And that's what my dad has told me. He's like, oh, that's the healthiest time I ate. So I had that with your mother every night. And I'm like, oh, okay, wow, great. Oh, that explains a lot. And then I was formula fed. And then I was eating baby food filled with heavy metals. Gerber baby food. And, you know, I would eat other foods, solid foods too. You know, don't get me wrong. It was, you know, meats and, you know, I used to eat a lot of bananas. I don't really like bananas anymore because I ate so many when I was a kid, I think. But yeah, like, I was not, in those first formative years, I was not, like, eating a really good diet. Especially the breastfeeding, okay? Or the not being able to breastfeed, eating the formula. And, you know, I mean, we had chicken and beef and pork, and, you know, we had that. I had a meat dish, lunch meat as well, eggs and bacon for breakfast. You know, those were the kinds of things I would eat generally. So, but I was eating cereals. I was eating pastas. I was eating rice. I was eating breads, you know. I was eating not too much soda, but I was eating McDonald's, but this was before McDonald's became bad. Like, McDonald's and Wendy's used to use like real meat and stuff, and they used to use tallow. I got to experience that, man. That was real food, man. It was pretty tasty, actually, honestly. Anyway, despite not eating a perfect diet, you know, I ate what many of these people would say I ate a slave's diet. I'm a free thinker. You know, I do this kind of thing. I organize that conference. I've been in the ring. I work with my hands. You know, it's not like, in fact, most people, guys who work with their hands, have the worst diets. They drink like coffee and Monster Energy, and they eat Speedway pizza and hot dogs and whatever, like gas station food. They eat like the worst food, and then if they're not married, they're eating the worst food after they get off work. So, I mean, those are pretty manly guys, I would think. I think, you know, they're out there working with their hands, they're doing hard labor. So that's just cope. Airy. What's airy? I don't know. ERI? I don't know. Good night, Microwave Capri Sun. They do something really effed up bananas, and the company it sells is very corrupt. Yeah. Well, good for you. Not really. How do you respond to ethical objections to your diet from vegans? Do you talk about eating raw meat to average people? Honestly, a lot of the vegans I talk to are pretty, like, respectful people. They're not mentally ill. I think the vegans get a bad rap because the ones that try to go online and seek for attention are already seeking attention, so they're already a little, you know, like, and they're really weird about it too. So no, I've never experienced any rejection. I've had questions, but you know, whatever. I don't necessarily talk about eating raw meat to average people. I mean, normally if food or something comes up, I just say I'm on a diet, and people usually drop the ball and leave it at that. Most people are not interested enough in other people or having a conversation to say, oh yeah, that's interesting, what kind of diet and why. Usually, and if it gets that far, what I tell people, oh, well, you know, I'm on this diet, and, you know, you might, I mean, if you really want to know, I'll tell you, but you may think differently of me, and it may kind of gross you out. So just, if you don't want to know, that's fine. I mean, I'm not offended, but it may make you think differently of me if I tell you. I'll tell you, I'll be honest, and that's how I approach it. And then I'll tell people. You know, and that, you know, if you get that far, the odds are they're probably pretty interested, you know. But if you just flat out tell normies that you eat raw meat, they're going to be grossed out. But those are the people who would not pry and investigate anyway. You see what I'm saying? Being a loser is cope, because the more of a nobody you are, the more self-preservation you attain. In a way, yes. I am an American. I bleed red, white, and blue. McDonald's and Coca-Cola, yes, sir.
Old men will talk about how much manlier men used to be. Acting like it's something you can just choose. The same men fed their sons grain sludge and so on. Wow. Never thought like that before, but what you're saying is so true.
Wow. Owen Wilson. Wow.
It's lights out. And by lights out, I mean the sunset. So, you need to do what they do in nature and go to bed and sleep. You can't be up swapping man-made stories, and you need to go to bed, okay? The sun's down, that's when you need to be sleeping.
That's me.
And when the sun rises, that's when you need to get up.
That's me. That's that's something Bill is creating called the Primal Asylum. Is it a movie? Is it, I don't know what it is, but it's going to be funny. A mockumentary. And he's clipping bits of me. He sometimes he's not. Sometimes I'm not feeding him dialogue, but sometimes I'm feeding him dialogue. And just tell people you eat fresh food like ceviche, steak, tartare, and fruit. How about I tell people what I want to tell people, okay? No, I'm just being a jerk, but yeah, no, I could do that, but I don't tell people, like in that video, like, actually, I'm on the Primal diet by Agenas Vonderplanets, and I follow a very specific set of eating times and rules for all of my food. No, I don't say that. I just say, yeah, it's raw food, you know. That's generally what the diet is. I don't autistically explain to them everything about the Primal diet and Agenas. I don't even mention Agenas. So, opinion on butthole sun gazing. I think it's all hype. I don't really think it's I think that's just clickbait BS and a waste of time. If you have time to sun that part of your body, you have problems in your life. You have problems in your life. That's what you have. Too much time or problems, because it doesn't do anything. It's stupid. It's probably one of the most stupid things I've seen. Because even if you take off the assumption of that we had no clothes, is you know, whatever beasts in the field, sunlight isn't getting there, right? You know, natural man is going to have well-formed glutes, men and women. And there isn't any sunlight going to be getting in there. Unless you're trying to do it. Which no mentally healthy person would have the time to do. $99 problems, and sunning my butthole is not one. Alright, peace, respirator, strobe lighter. Okay, Bill. GN, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's getting late, isn't it? And yeah, 10 o'clock. And 10 viewers. Wow, fantastic. 6 likes. You guys are the best. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Thanks everybody for tuning in, the likes, the comments. I really appreciate it. I really didn't thought about the glute thing. Well, that's why I'm here. I'm a thinker. Do you and Scott Hall like to chew weed together? What is this? This ridiculous question. Doing drugs is bad. Doing drugs is bad. Chewing weed is not healthy. It is not good for you. It rots your teeth, and it's a drug. It's a psychoactive drug. So no, I don't do that garbage. I'm not going to do that garbage. I don't even know Scott. I've never even met him in real life. I don't think he would want to meet me either. Five viewers, 6 likes. Wow, amazing. Thanks everybody for sticking around, I guess. 6 viewers, wow, thank you. Hello everybody. 6 viewers, 6 likes. How about that? So yeah, I mean, does that answer your question? Someone told me he was going to even stop doing diet stuff. I don't know. Like he's pivoting to being an astrologer or something. Which, I mean, you know, you would do what makes you happy, but whatever. I don't. How to get away from lewd media? Well, install firewalls on your router to block those websites. And then forget the password to adjust those settings, okay? That way, you won't be able to access them. Praying the rosary would probably help, going to church. Even if you don't want to go the religious route, do something productive. When you have the urge to do those sorts of things or look at those sorts of things, stop yourself and say, why don't I go for a walk? Why don't I call a friend? Why don't I get out of the house and go see a movie? Change the setting. That's what I would recommend. Yeah, that was a huge answer from you per usual. I don't know, a huge answer? What does that mean? What's up, Gex? Why the red lights? Stranger Things mode. Stranger Things is garbage, no. I like the red lights at night because they're not obtrusive. They're not afflicting. LED lights are the devil. They're too bright. They upset your sleep, basically. So having red lights, this is a heat lamp, so it's very bright, but it's very warm. Even from here, I'm getting some heat. So it's nice to have. But behind me, let me see, am I in frame? Yeah, behind me here is that lamp. I've got a red light bulb in there, just red incandescent plain bulb. And so I'll turn that one on, another lamp, when I turn on the TV and I'll watch some anime. So the red light provides light so I can see what I'm doing, so I don't step on, my oyster shucker or stub my toe. I can work around my workout area. Just basic things. And there's no blue light, and they're dim. So it's kind of like a sunset vibe. You know what I'm saying? So it's just nice ambient lighting to have. It's very calming on the eyes. That's why I do that. What a saint. I'm no saint. Stranger Things is goy slop. Big if true. Big if true. Certainly something I would never watch. It looks kind of cringe. You watch anime? You like Code Geass? Yeah, Code Geass is pretty awesome. That's actually on my rewatch list. So right now I'm watching Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. When I finish that, I'm either going to watch Code Geass or Hellsing Ultimate as my rewatch. Because I like to do new anime and then old anime. I'll do a rewatch. So I'll do a new anime and I'll do rewatch. So those are my two choices for rewatch next. I may just do both. Yellow lights are better. They make me feel more comfortable. It's true, yes. Even the old incandescent lights, yes. I have an incandescent light in my bathroom. It's not a colored light because I need the white lights. I need the full light to see everything so I don't look like a weirdo. So I can make sure I wash my face or brush my teeth or comb my hair. I'm not missing anything. I have a regular incandescent bulb in my bathroom, yes. So incandescent bulbs and red light bulbs are kind of what I'm doing. And I wear these. These are blue light blockers. They are not prescription glasses. They block out the blue light, and they make driving at night very manageable because people's headlights with the LEDs are too bright. But this helps. Did you like Twin Peaks? Actually, that's on my list. I need to watch Twin Peaks. So maybe I'll watch Hellsing Ultimate, Twin Peaks, and then Code Geass. Or switch, one of those two. But, yeah, I need to remember to watch Twin Peaks. I think I'll rather enjoy it. I like pretty much all of David Lynch's movies. Merry Christmas, Gen X. Thank you. Gexero, sorry. Yes, Merry Christmas. I watched Code Geass when I was 12 in 2 whole days, 2 seasons in lockdown. Wow, that's crazy. But I can see it because that's only like 50 episodes. It's only like 50 episodes. So, yeah, I can see that. You could get through 3 episodes in an hour. So, 48 hours. Yeah, it's not hard to do. I know some people who watched One Piece in 2 weeks. That's crazy. That's like watching One Piece. That's like doing nothing but watching One Piece for 18 hours a day, 19 hours a day. I don't know how you did it. I don't know how people would do that. Twin Peaks is cool, but I stopped watching it because I didn't want it to end. Oh, brilliant. David Lynch would have laughed at that. Because that's such a brilliant thing. Because if you stop watching it and it didn't end for you, then it never ended. David Lynch would have loved that. That kind of humor. The anime, yeah. 2 weeks, watch the anime. I'm going to ask ChatGPT, just generally, or I'm sorry, Google Gemini, how long would it take to watch One Piece in 2 weeks? Like, how much do I need to watch per day if I skip the filler episodes and all the intros, outros, and recaps? It's a monumental task. The math is quite intense. Wow. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's basically impossible. This was before like 200 episodes, so it'd be a little more feasible if it was like 900 episodes instead of 1100, but that's funny. How did you find the channel? I think I remember this person. I think they joined during a gaming stream. I was gaming Civ or something, or Sonic maybe, and they came by. Or they might be into the diet. I don't know. The K-pop picture just kind of throws me off. But yeah, let's see how many people we got in here. 2, 3. I'm back down to 3. $10:06. How about that? 10:06. Time for my fix of beef. Nice. You were searching about raw meat and you found me. Eat raw meat. Well, if you want to know about eating raw meat, this is the place. So. Yes, well, it is Friday. It feels like a Saturday. Yes, well, hello. New. Man, I can't eat all that beef. I might just save it for tomorrow. Honestly. Yes, well, we might be wrapping it up, guys. Might be wrapping it up here. Because we've trickled down, and I've been here for an hour and a half, and I don't like to stream too late. I don't like to stream too late. Yeah, I'm cutting it, I think. Unless this newcomer has anything to add, any questions. I want to be respectful of them. I don't want to just shut it off. Because, I mean, it's not like I have too many people joining, but enough. Okay, no, they left, so, okay. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your likes. Thanks for your questions. Thanks for your comments. I see them. You are seen. You are heard. So, thank you. I'll probably